Hey there, my beautiful ARMY family. It's your girl, BTS ARMY, back again. Can you believe it has already been nearly 3 months since all our beloved boys were discharged? It feels like time is just flying by, doesn't it? I know we all missed them terribly while they were in Los Angeles, working on that special album due out next spring. But I'm so happy to tell you that they are finally all back home in Korea. I'm really looking forward to them popping up on Weverse Live soon to spill all the tea and tell us how the recording went. I'm sure they have so many stories to share with us. But right now, I have to talk about something that made my heart absolutely melt. Our charming Taehyung, who came back to us on June 10th. Did you see his Instagram story yesterday? I swear, every time he posts, I feel like he's flirting with us a little bit. He blessed us with the cutest video. And honestly, I think I watched it about 100 times. And guess who was the star of the show? None other than our golden maknae, Jungkook. Tay wrote "Happy Birthday" in the caption and tagged Jungkook's account. It was just the sweetest public display of brotherly love. I'm pretty sure they were out grabbing a delicious lunch together. Just imagining them hanging out and laughing together makes me so emotional. It must have been filmed right in that moment. But you know our Taehyung. He's an artist through and through, so even the background music he chose had a hidden meaning that has everyone talking. The song is by 070 Shake, also known as Danielle Balbuena. And get this, she was born in 1997, just like Jungkook, and her birthday is June 13th. June 13th. Our debut anniversary. Taehyung really thinks about every little detail, doesn't he? It's touches like that which make him so romantic. He always knows exactly how to surprise us and tug at our heartstrings. I wonder if he headed to his next schedule right after that lovely lunch, because later on, he looked absolutely breathtaking attending the Paradise Art Night at Paradise City. It was the opening event for the International Art Fair, Freeze Seoul 2025. And let me tell you, he was the main event. He showed up in this sleek, all-black outfit that made him look so mature and sophisticated. I think my heart skipped a beat seeing him look that good. There was this one moment that touched me so deeply. In a video for the media, he introduced himself with that deep, soulful voice, saying, "Hello, I'm V." But then, instead of talking about himself, he said, "Today is Jungkook's birthday, so please give him lots of attention and love." Then he said, "Thank you," with that killer smile. Can you believe him? Promoting his little brother on his own big night? I was so surprised and touched that he put the spotlight entirely on Jungkookie instead of himself. It just shows what a gentle, loving big brother he is. He wanted to make sure everyone was celebrating the birthday boy. And the sweetness didn't end there. Our leader Namjoon also posted an Instagram story later, sharing a gorgeous 2-shot photo with Taehyung. It looks like Namjoon was soaking up the art vibes at the Freeze Seoul 2025 opening event too. We didn't see an interview video from him, so maybe he slipped in fashionably late? Typical busy leader behavior. Now that they are back in Korea, I have a feeling we are going to be seeing a lot more of these handsome faces at events. I just know Taehyung is planning so many ways to entertain us and make us smile in the future. I can't wait to see what he does next. Now, let's shift our attention to the birthday boy himself, Jungkook, who was discharged on June 11th and just flew back from his song camp in LA. Did you catch his Weverse Live in the middle of the night yesterday? It felt like a private FaceTime call from his living room, didn't it? Yesterday, September 1st, our baby turned 28 years old. A huge, heartfelt happy birthday to our forever artist. During the live, he shared something quite serious, and I think it's important we talk about it because it shows how much he trusts us with his feelings. On his August 31st stream, he opened up about an incident involving a woman in her 40s who entered his home parking lot without permission on August 30th. He mentioned that the situation had been handled, but he wanted to be honest with ARMY about what happened. Apparently, this person followed his car around 11:20 at night and managed to slip into the parking area. Reports say she was stopped by authorities right there in the underground parking lot. Jungkook told us he was actually watching the whole thing unfold on his security cameras, keeping an eye on the situation. He explained that he heard a noise, opened the door to check, and saw the police already handling it. The woman apparently claimed she was a friend of his. He looked so sincere when he said that while armies are like family and friends to him, this particular moment was a bit unfortunate. You could feel his mixed emotions. He's so grateful for our support, but he admitted feeling a little frustrated and confused by those kinds of actions. He went on to plead with us, so gently, asking people not to come to his house for their own sake, warning that once you enter that secure parking lot, there's no way out unless he opens it. He reminded us that everything gets recorded, and he really doesn't want anyone to get into trouble. It was his way of saying, please stay safe and don't force the police to get involved. It was a firm but caring warning to protect everyone. The media had already been buzzing about the intrusion, so I think he addressed it because he wanted us to hear the truth directly from him. By speaking about it on Weverse Live, he took control of the narrative before the news spread too wildly. I'm just so relieved to know that his home security is top-notch and that he is safe and sound behind those doors. It's a good reminder that the best way to love him is to respect his space. That way, we can keep seeing his beautiful, happy smile for a long time. With Jungkook's address floating around out there, I know some people might think they can just show up since it's a standalone house. And that thought honestly makes me so worried for him. But knowing our smart cookie, I'm absolutely certain he double-checked every single security detail before he even signed the papers for that place. I just really, really hope we never have to hear about scary incidents like that ever again. Let's protect our golden maknae's peace. It looks like that dream date, a Han River run with Tae, Cookie, and all of us armies, might still be a little far off in the future, sadly. But in the meantime, as I mentioned earlier, it seems like our sweet Tae likely treated Jungkook to a lovely birthday lunch to celebrate. And didn't it just melt your heart when he talked about Jungkook's birthday at the opening event for Freeze Seoul 2025? Of course, V didn't stop there. He made sure to post the cutest birthday tribute to Jungkook on his Instagram story, too. Fans are buzzing, saying that handsome photo was probably taken when they were hanging out in Los Angeles. Doesn't looking at it just bring back so many memories? I wonder if Jungkook spent the rest of his special evening grabbing a delicious dinner with his friends. Honestly, as long as he had the happiest, most fun-filled birthday surrounded by love, I'm satisfied. Now, let's shift gears and talk about our lovely Jimin, who came back to us on June 11th. Can you believe it's already been about a week since this buzz started? You might have seen that actress Son Dawon, who's been linked to Jimin in rumors before, uploaded a video to her TikTok that got everyone talking. It showed a moment where she actually met up with Jimin, and I'm sure seeing that footage made a lot of ARMY's hearts skip a beat. In the clip, it looked like she was waiting for someone right in front of an apartment elevator, building up a bit of suspense. Then the doors slid open, and out popped our Jimin! She totally surprised him, and his reaction was just so candid. You could hear him saying, "Oh, you scared me. How did you know I was coming? I came without telling you on purpose." It was such a raw, real moment captured on camera. Even though the video has been taken down now, you know how fast our fandom moves. People saved it, and it's been circulating quite a bit. She's dropped little hints here and there in the past, which always got us speculating, didn't it? But posting a video where Jimin was so clearly visible, that was definitely a huge surprise for all of us. It felt a bit different from before, almost like a big reveal that really caught us off guard and left us wondering what was going on. But here's the reassuring news. Yesterday, Big Hit Music stepped in to clarify everything regarding that video and the situation. They officially confirmed that yes, the two of them did date, but that was actually several years ago in the past. Most importantly, they wanted to make sure we all knew that they are absolutely not in a relationship right now. I know there's been a lot of chatter on social media, with some people doubting the statement or thinking the translations got mixed up. It's easy to get confused with so much information flying around, especially when it comes to our beloved Jimin. But we can rest easy knowing that the statement about Jimin and Son Dawon is the official stance from Big Hit Music. Usually, we get these updates on Weverse, so seeing it in the media made some people skeptical, wondering if it was fake news. However, this looks like a formal press release sent directly to reporters to shut down the rumors quickly and professionally. Remember, BTS has done this before, issuing formal statements to the press separately from their fun social media posts. So, we can take a deep breath and trust that this is the official truth coming straight from the company. Weverse is usually for album releases or fun event announcements directly for us ARMYs to get excited about. But for personal clarifications like this, going straight to the media is actually the standard way to handle it, to protect the artist. It's just their way of setting the record straight for the general public, not just for us fans. Now, about that translation confusion that's been circulating on our timelines, let's clear that up. Some translations made it sound like one person liked the other, and they kept in touch, which sounds a bit one-sided, doesn't it? And the text mentioned they maintained a connection, but emphasized heavily that this was years ago and they aren't in contact now. The way it was worded in some English posts made it seem like maybe only she liked him, or the dynamic was a bit off. It gave this nuance that maybe they were chatting recently, but that's just a misunderstanding of the language. If we look closely at the original Korean nuance, it's much softer. It says the artist and the partner shared mutual good feelings in the past. It confirms they had a connection back then, based on mutual fondness, not just one person chasing the other. But it repeats again. That special timing was years ago in the past, and they are definitely not dating in the present. A literal translation would be something like, they built a relationship with good feelings toward each other in the past. And it clarifies again that the relevant time was several years ago, so there is no romantic link between them today. The confusing translation used one side, but the Korean clearly refers to with the other party, implying a mutual past. It seems the text went from Korean to English and then to other languages, which caused these little mix-ups. But I'm so glad the truth is clear now. You know, sweethearts, when I looked closely at those Korean sentences, I realized something important. It never actually said that the feelings were only coming from one side. Now, I know some of you might want to cover your ears and just believe what feels safest, and I totally get that, my loves. But I think, for the sake of our boys, we need to be brave and face reality with open hearts. The agency was so gentle in their official statement, mentioning that there were definitely good feelings and a genuine connection in the past. I really feel like they chose their words as softly as possible to protect our feelings. It seems like their top priority is wrapping our precious Jiminy in a warm, protective blanket. And honestly, seeing armies fight amongst themselves over our angel's past romance just breaks my heart. We don't want that, do we? Right now, the most important thing is to protect Jimin and make sure his path to next spring's comeback is paved with nothing but flowers and love. Of course, I know how much it hurts. I can feel your hesitation, and I understand deeply if you don't want to accept it right away. My heart is with you, but we are strong, aren't we? We need to hurdle over these facts together. If we let ourselves shatter every time something like this pops up, our poor hearts won't be able to handle the long, beautiful journey ahead. So let's take a deep breath together. Inhale, exhale, and get ready to cheer them on louder than ever before. Because I just know that by next spring, they're going to spoil us rotten with amazing songs and dances that will make us forget everything else. Now, speaking of excitement, hold on to your light sticks because I have some thrilling news about the BTS comeback that dropped yesterday. Rumor has it that BTS is aiming for a comeback next spring, with March looking like the lucky month. And get this, they might be jetting off to the United States soon to film a spectacular new music video. I heard the visuals and concepts are already done. Can you imagine how handsome they'll look? And recording is already in full swing. A new album and a world tour kicking off next spring? I think I might actually faint from happiness. That was the gist of the report. Since they said spring release, I was mentally preparing for maybe May. But hearing March? Oh my gosh. I was so surprised and touched. It's so much sooner. However, there was one tiny detail about filming the music video in the States that made me tilt my head a little. Remember when our golden magne Jungkook did that live stream right before his birthday live? He looked right at us and said he had no plans to go to America. And wouldn't you know it, just a few hours later, another report came flying in to clear things up. It turns out the exact timing for the BTS comeback isn't set in stone just yet. The agency stepped in to say, "Hold your horses, darlings. The specific dates are undecided, but we promise to tell you officially when it's confirmed." So that was the roller coaster of updates we got. Even though they denied the first report, undecided doesn't mean no, right? I still have a fluttery feeling that March is a strong possibility. Since it's a spring schedule, surely it won't be later than May. But I am dying to know the secrets behind that music video. Do you think they really will film it across the ocean? My curiosity is going wild. Just the thought of seeing all 7 of them at the airport together again. I might cry tears of joy. It feels like just yesterday, June 12th of last year, when our moon Jinny came back to us, followed by our sunshine Hobie about 4 months later on October 17th. And then this year, having Junie and Tay-Tay return on June 10th, followed by Jimin and Jungkook on the 11th, and finally, Yoongi returning on June 21st to make us whole again. BTS is finally complete. After spending time in LA working their magic on the new album, our boys have finally landed back home in Korea safely. What does the future hold for the group? When will they drop those tour dates? I'm on the edge of my seat. I just had to share all these fluttering thoughts and updates with my favorite people today. That's all the tea I have for now, my loves. Thank you so much for watching again. Please, please give that subscribe button a big hug for me. I'd really appreciate it.